Welcome to another Yoli Getting Started training. Today we're going to talk about how to use the Yoli document library. First, we're going to go to Yoli.com and log into our account by clicking the Account Login button in the upper right-hand corner. This will take you to the login screen. Pull down the menu, click on Member ID, put in your member ID and password, and we're into the Yoli team office. Today we're going to use the Corporate Info tab by pulling down that menu and clicking on Document Library. This is the document library. Now we have many options. You can scroll down the list of many documents that we've created over the years. Today, let's go ahead and use an example of clicking on the Yoli Better Body Recipes. So we click on that. This instantly brings up the entire PDF document, an 8-page document of Yoli recipes. And we have some options here. We can print the document. One of the best things you can do is go ahead and download it by going up the upper left-hand corner and click on the download button. And you can save this, or actually you're clicking on the save button, saving it to your hard drive. And then you can print from there, you can keep it, you can pass it along. So it makes it real simple for you to access any of these documents. And if you want to go back and access any other document, you can. It's very simple and easy. Just scroll down, click on it. You can either print or download. And that's how we access our Yoli document library.